Welcome to the queue for a recap of turn 12, Operation Champ. We're heading into July 1942, so we'll move that marker up. There's your income. Take a quick look at the text. U.S., as usual, got some good rolls, good text there. And on this board, Germany is the champion over there, of course. Although Russia now has 4, so they had some early woes in the game, but they're pulling out of it. We've got some action here on South America. Germany did take Patagonia after aligning Chile, but the U.S. has taken both back. Taken Patagonia back and then relieved Chile of the Axis burden, while the Axis have fortified Peru and the Galapagos Islands. So that's interesting. Either way, the fighter is out of harm's way for now, as the U.S. has amassed in the Amazon there for what looks like this turn attack on Peru. We'll see if those forces slide into Ecuador, though, and run. Or maybe they'll attack Chile. Who knows? We'll see what Germany has up their sleeve. There was a special role on the South America expansion that allowed Germany, I think it was a bonus 2 to their convoy raid, if they could raid this C-zone here, which is what, 72, where the 2 convoy lines converse. So he rolled really well, got +2 for the sub, +2 for that expansion roll, and was able to take the full 5 IPPs off of the U.S. there, which, doesn't seriously hurt the U.S., but it's irritating nonetheless. No raiding out here in the Atlantic this turn other than on the U.S. There are some ships in the Black Sea. Looks like it might be a face-off between the German and Russian Navy here. Russia continues to convoy 3 each turn with, they got 2.5 subs there, 2 regular subs and a coastal sub. But they're getting 3 each turn, so that's slightly irritating to Germany as well. And on the Russian front, that's where most of the action this turn was. Germany, they did strike deep air into Russia. They got to, I think it was Western Russia here. They had 1 tank here on Moscow's doorstep, but it wasn't going to hold up against the counterattack. As you see, Russia has claimed that territory, and it's really thick in there. What is that? Northern Belarusia. Germany had both of those, lost both of those in the counterattack. They did take all the Baltic states and then moved down here south, where in the Ukraine territories there was no Russian counterattack. So Germany held fast there and is poised to move again on this turn. So we are approaching near, what are we, 1942. This is the last turn of 42. So what is there, 1, 2, 3, 4 turns before we start rolling for the variable ending. So Germany's going to need to get on the stick here in Russia to make some headway. We'll see how that pans out. Italy's still at peace, as best we know. Britain and Italy just kind of bouncing around the Med and Africa. In the Far East Command, they pretty much lost their forces here in Haryana. They had a small force here in Maharashtra. Both those were taken out. And with the remaining $4 that they had, they were able to fortify Kashmir with 1 Gurkha. So we'll see how that plays out. Will Japan go after Kashmir, or will he just hang out up there and protect the monks that have their monastery up there? Who knows? Britain tried their hand at convoying, failed. got a 1 from both those subs. They did, however, sink a transport there. That was nice. I didn't mark that as a combat. And Commonwealth was able to take back 2 of the Money Islands, Celebes and Java. And I've got this marked here because originally I had this as British, because I thought this was a British guy, but in some research and from other people, this is an FEC Marine. One of the only FEC Marine we had on the board. So instead of going British with that, I made that Anzac because FEC is pretty much dead for the game, so there's no need to give them any territory. There was some naval action. Japan put up some blockers in Sea Zone 142 and 136. They were cleared with the loss of the final Dutch piece of the board here, which was a sub in 136. The major action in the Pacific, though, came from the kamikazes. Those stinkers, both of them got target select and were able to choose the U.S. fleet carriers. So both of those there are damaged. So they had to retreat. 2 sea zones, I guess. Yeah, 2. And there's a dockyard there, so they're going to repair this turn. And that really set the U.S. back, I think, because they could have actually made an attack here on these guys, or maybe went at Tokyo. Honestly, with all the planes that were there, but with those 2 carriers knocked out, they could not support that attack. So, and there was no repair facility here on Wake, so they have to back up. Actually, I think the U.S. built that dockyard there, but either way, they're going to have to sit there for this turn to repair, giving Japan 1 turn of breathing room. So there is no doubt about that. U.S. did get super subs this turn, so that's why I'm using these orange chips to designate those subs as super. So coming in is 4 super subs and 3 3 light carriers with a couple more jets and plenty of aircraft on Midway Island to pick up for the next turn. So I think turn 13 for the U.S. will be a structuring, basically just resituating their units, and hopefully, Japan, they're probably just going to build Navy and maybe fortify Tokyo a little better. We will see what happens there. But either way, those kamikazes, like I said earlier, really put the kibosh on the U.S. As far as their plans. So that is pretty much turn 12 in a nutshell. And next up will be Germany and the continuing struggle against the USSR.